Comics and powered by the Red 5 Network. For more, visit red5.bio.link. I just feel like I should throw glitter when it does that final. Good morning, guys. It is Wednesday, and it's time for your daily dose of dork. Check out this new feature right here. Yeah? Check it out. Your comments pop up on the screen live now. How cool is that? That's super cool. I wonder if I can't make it bigger so you can see it better. So, oh well, but they're still there. That's super cool. Good morning. Good morning. And yes, I know I wasn't here yesterday. Amelia had a doctor's appointment and I had to go with her. Omari, God love you, was like, stream from the doctor's office. I said, well, I don't think she'd like that. He said, who asked her? Now, I do have a doctor's appointment Friday in the morning. Sorry. And I can't stream from that either. But before we go any further, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, which we are at over 4,300 subscribers now. That's super cool. Thank you guys. Appreciate you so much. But hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and ring the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more of this nerdtastic nonsense. Let's say good morning to the chat. It's my favorite part of the stream, and I hope it's your favorite part too. But good morning, Miss Penny. Good morning. I know. I'm sorry I wasn't here. I'm not going to be here Friday either. I'm sorry. And I'm going to get your package out ASAP. It's right here next to me, in fact. So Penny, be looking for a box that looks like this. If you could hear me, look for this box in the mail. Thank you so much for all your hard work. I mean, you are just steady commenting away on everything. I love it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good morning, Fernando. Good morning. Good morning, contributing producer, Nerdling First Class Kino. Good morning, Nerdling First Class Backyard TARDIS. Good morning, Taco Cat. Good morning. Good morning. Who else we got? Good morning, Loki Jarson. Good morning. Oh my goodness. So many. Sip my coffee here. Everyone got their coffee or their beverages. This is my Dunkin' Runs or Arrakis Runs on Dunkin' Idaho mug, available on comicsandcosmetics.etsy.com. Go get yours now. I don't know if you can tell, but the coffee, I made it sparkly because it's spice coffee. Start your day right with some spice coffee. All right, nerdlings, we got a few things to talk about today. Good morning, Jalen. F Paramount and their stupid Smurfs movie that looks like booty. This trailer for Jurassic World Rebirth looks boring. I'm sorry, Jalen. My boyfriend calls me Smurf. Just fun, in fact, for you. So I have the Burger King Smurfs crown in the background somewhere because apparently I'm Smurf. All right, guys, let's dig into it. Got a few things to chat about. Let's check our headlines. What? There's a new Superman drop. Send it to me, sir. And good morning, Truth. Good morning. Send me this new Superman drop. We watching it. We're gonna look at the new toys too, because these toys, man, they remind me so much of toys when I was younger, when my kids were younger. New Superman image. Oh, someone send that. Let's dive into these headlines real quick. This is not a surprise to me. This one right here. Not a surprise to me. It says Michael Douglas says he doesn't think he will return as Hank Pym for another MCU film. I don't think so, he tells Deadline. I had the experience and I was excited to do it, but I'm enjoying my hiatus and enjoying my life. Good for him, man. Good for him. His dad lived an incredibly long life. So clearly the Douglases have a good idea on how to make that happen, how to live their life well and long and taking some time off, especially at his age, man. Isn't he 70s now? Like, normalize letting elderly people retire, whether they're actors or not. And I'm absolutely sure that last one did it in for him. He hated working on that film. He did not enjoy it, and it just did not turn out like how anyone thought it was going to. Yeah, see, Loki said the same thing. He hated working on the third one. Yep. He's not a fan. Was not a fan. So Michael Douglas is done, and let's let him be done. Truth says, I always felt Michael Douglas was underrated. I agree. He's a phenomenal actor. He comes from good acting stock, we'll say. Got one of the most beautiful women in the world as his wife. My God, I love Catherine Zeta-Jones. Always have. And they did Hank Pym dirty. I agree with that. So Michael Douglas says he's done. Let's let him be done. Let's let him be done. Nothing wrong with that. Here we go. According to Chris Gore, he's been quoted in this thread here. According to Chris Gore, Dr. Doom in Avengers Doomsday will look disfigured like one of the classic Universal monsters. He says it's evocative of one of the classic Universal monsters. And it sounds very much like the kind of thing that influenced the original character design. There was a post on this that someone tried to share, but the sources are banned, so we didn't approve it. So he's going to have a disfigured face. I'm seeing kind of Frankensteinish looking. That's good. Good morning, Omari. They could have just killed Hank off in Quantumania. They probably should have. It would have made the movie better. It would have gave it some real weight, some emotion, some stakes. It would have given the film some actual stakes because it really didn't have any. None. Yes, Frankenstein, Phantom of the Opera. That's what I'm seeing in this description of Doctor Doom. So that's good. But yeah, we need the armor. I'm sure he will have the armor. If he doesn't, Marvel's really good. Like there's no saving Marvel if they don't put Doctor Doom in his classic armor. It's just dumb. Like why introduce Robert Downey Jr. in Hall H wearing the armor if you're not going to put him in the movie? That would just be the dumbest thing Marvel would have done to date if that happens. But I think this is good news. Hopefully it's true. If it is true, I think it's good news. He should be disfigured. Absolutely. And we're getting posts, and I want you to pay attention to this. We're getting posts from Culture Base that the first teaser trailer for Doomsday will reportedly release at New York Comic Con this year. But they've admitted they made it up. But people are still sharing it, saying that it's real. Follow up, guys. Like follow up. That's what you should do. You should follow up on things because it's entirely too soon. They just started filming. And they have like a cast of 157 or something crazy. They have so much shit to film, and they just started. And people are honestly believing that they're going to share a teaser already in When's New York Comic Con? Like September or something like that? Loki's got another point. Also, not everyone's under contract yet. Not everyone is confirmed. So to those that keep sharing this saying, yes, finally, excuse me, like follow up on stuff. Figure drawing. Good morning. Says he won't be disfigured. I recall a comic where Doom revealed his terrifying face and he had a little scar. Him being that ashamed spoke to his narcissism. Well, I'm not saying in the comics, like you're correct on that. I'm saying in the movie he's going to be disfigured. And that's what Chris Gore is saying. Chris Gore is saying that Doom will be disfigured in Avengers Doomsday. So just to clarify, not the comic book, in the film he's going to be disfigured. But thank you very much for that, dropping some comic knowledge in the chat. Appreciate you. All right, guys. Let's see. This is another thing people keep sharing, saying that it's the first look at Tom Holland's Spider-Man and Spider-Man Brand New Day. First of all, if you haven't figured out that My Time to Shine Hello trolls on a regular basis, here is your sign. It's My Time to Shine Hello that's been going around saying that they're going to do Denzel Washington and Coleman Domingo as Professor X and Magneto. It is My Time to Shine Hello that started the whole Daniel Day-Lewis is going to play Magneto rumor. Daniel Day-Lewis has been retired for many years, and he's a shoemaker in Italy now. You can believe it. Daniel Day-Lewis is different than anything short of Oscar bait either. So, but people are believing it. And now it's My Time to Shine Hello that has shared this image from Spider-Man merch saying that it's the new image of Tom Holland. I mean, and it's merch. It's just merch. I mean, look at it. That is not a picture or a doctored picture of an actual person. That is a painting. So, again, vet your stuff, guys, before you share things and believe it. This is the troll. My Time to Shine Hello has just been trolling people for months now. I mean, yes, sometimes they absolutely did drop some things that were completely accurate. But I think they're just screwing with us at this point or trying to throw the scent off. I don't know. Any heard of Can We Get Some Toast? Where's Can We Get Some Toast? Gone. Like, for reals. So, anywho, vet. Unbox PhD was saying that a Deadpool cast member was on the Avengers Doomsday set. I'm guessing that was Gambit, Channing Tatum, because we know it's him. Like he just had pictures, like posted pictures celebrating Thunderbolts with other Doomsday cast members. So that one's not difficult to figure out. Okay, so we're going to watch this little clip of Allison Hannigan and Sarah Michelle Gellar talking. But before that, Sarah Michelle Gellar posted on her Instagram something relatively interesting. There's an open casting call for the Buffy the Vampire Slayer sequel series. Y'all, if I could act, I would send in an audition. I ought to just, email and be like, hey, do you need any amputees for, like dismemberment scenes? I can just lay there and be like, oh, it'd be great. I can't act though. I'm not an actress. Feeding that grandbaby. Give that baby some love, Penny. But the casting search, I'm going to put this up so I can actually read it despite having my glasses on. It's still very tiny. Very tiny. Here we go. It says, oh my gosh, it's still very tiny. Are you interested in being in the new Buffy the Vampire Slayer TV show? If you are located in the US and are over the age of 18, submit an audition. 20th Century Television, Searchlight Television, and Hulu are conducting an open casting call for various roles for the new series in the Buffy the Vampire Slayer franchise. No previous experience required. Please submit a 30-second video describing your favorite character, episode, or moment from the original series to. There's the link. Let me screen cap that because I'm not typing that all out. I got nails on because I recorded yesterday. If you do not have a Cast It talent account, you will need to register before submitting. In your submission, please also include your headshot, current photo, full name, height, and location. Producer is committed to diverse, inclusive casting. Submissions for nondescript roles will be accepted for all performers, regardless of age, sex, ethnicity, disability, race, color, national origin, sexual orientation, or gender identity, or any other basis protected by law, subject to legitimate casting objectives. Danny is dead demon number 4. You know what? Maybe I'll do it. This would be like bucket list for me. Who knows? You're shooing. So, I don't know. If you're interested in being in Buffy, here you go, guys. Maybe I'll do it. Why not? All they can say is no. I've got a lot of those in my life. But if you're interested, I will post it on the community page on the channel. So there you go, guys. Maybe I'll do it. I don't know. I'll probably talk myself out of it. I'm not an actress. I am not an actress. Danielle, you are not an actress. All right. So let's watch this little clip of Allison Hannigan and Sarah Michelle Gellar talking about the series and some of their children.
I'll tell you something. I know somebody who auditioned for something on the show.
I know somebody who was on the show whose child auditioned for the show.
Oh.
Actually, I know a few people from the show whose children.
It better not have been one of my kids.
I was going to tell you later. I was going to tell you.
Sneaking out during auditions. I wouldn't put it back there. If it was Kiva, you better tell me.
I was going to say it would have been cute. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Oh, I was going to say, well, meeting my husband, obviously.
That should be. You shouldn't surpass that. Or you surpass
Alexis
Denisoff. That is the biggest moment because that's the moment that changed the course of your life, and that is the most important. Yeah. But again, it's a montage, right? It's a montage of experiences and memories. Not all of them were great, right? There were some really tough ones too, and it's
that's Wesley,
who we are, and it's what we
Alexis
learned from
Denisoff.
People we don't want to be again, and places we don't want to visit, and things that we didn't appreciate at the time, and I'm just glad that we have all this time now where we get to say,
Wes died.
The good stuff. This was the stuff we'd never want to see on the set again. These were the things that, and those memories will always be ours.
Yeah. And I also just think that is part of growing up anyway, of it was such a lifetime ago. But it's amazing that it's just still so beloved. Like all those sleepless nights were worth it. People still care.
I don't know. Twilight taught us one thing. It's like vampires can come out in the daytime. I'm just saying.
Okay, so there's that. Apparently there's some people that auditioned for the show that would surprise us. Including some kids of former cast members. So there's that. So let's check out some of these Superman toys. There's some, this is some, these are cool. Okay.
Ew! Slime explosion! Uh-oh, the kaiju is reloading for a bigger battle. Call in the Justice Gang. Get him, Green Lantern! Mr. Terrific teams up. Hawk Girl.
There's
soars
just
in to
something
help
about
Superman
it
save the
that
day.
this
Go,
reminds me of the
slime
80s and
time!
90s.
Superman vs. Kaiju Battle Pack. Other figures each sold separately.
I dig it. I do. I dig this stuff. And I love that it burps slime, and when he punches him, it explodes slime. And for those who are questioning this, Justice Gang, it does. It feels super, super nostalgic. This is how commercials used to be. Exactly. Love it. Love it. Now, for those asking or questioning or whatever about the Justice Gang, the reason why they're called the Justice Gang and the reason why all of their uniforms match is because they're a corporate team. The team is actually owned by Lord Industries, Maxwell Lord. So they're corporate. That's why they're called the Justice Gang. Something stupid. I'm sure by the end of the film, well, probably not, because we saw Maxwell Lord, Hawk Girl, and Green Lantern, Guy Gardner, auditioning, interviewing Peacemaker to join the Justice Gang. So it does. It sounds really dumb. Good morning, Maria. Good morning. It does. And I think it's supposed to sound dumb because they're a corporate team. So we'll see when the movie comes out. Loki has an excellent question, but do kids still care about toys? That's a really fair question because they're all about the internet and video games now. They don't love toys like we did when we were kids. The last time I remember my kids like really wanting toys or action figures, I was buying them rescue heroes and action figures from Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man to you. That's a inside family joke. Anyway, yeah, this is these look cool. And I love this commercial. It's a very, very nostalgic, the way it used to be, the way it should be commercial. I enjoy that. And I'm trying to find these other toys. The baby Joey. Let me see if I can Google that. But there's a couple toys, like a baby kaiju and a baby Joey. And I have so many effing questions. Is it supposed to be Joey Beza? No, that is not. Superman toy. Here we go. Baby Joey. You get this little guy here. I have so many questions. So very many questions about baby Joey. I'm wondering if that's what it is. I'm wondering if that's what it is, Jalen. But here's baby Joey. Let's see. Because that's what I was thinking, but he looks like an alien. He looks like an alien. Let's see. No. I'm still just getting all the toy stuff. Aha. Yes, that is Metamorpho's son. Jalen, I think you're right. Is Lex Luthor using baby Joey as the reason to make Metamorpho work for him? I guarantee you that's it. Good morning, Sergeant Giratina. Good morning. We don't hate Lex enough. Now he's kidnapping babies. He's kidnapping babies. Poor baby Joey. Look at them big old eyes. And there's a baby kaiju too right next to him. But the toys look great. The commercial is great. Just great. Everything's great. Let me see if I can find this new look of Superman. I thought I saw it, and now I can't find it. Let's see. New look at David Corn's sweat as Superman. Stupid fingernails. They cause me so many problems when I'm trying to type. Dang it. Oh, here we have it. Got it. I got it. So I'm going to remove that. And well, I'm just going to have to do this instead because my computer's being dumb. Here we go. There we go. It's a good look. He looks good in that suit. He looks good in that suit. Good morning, Real Anarchy. It would make total sense for Lex Luthor to be the one keeping them together since it's easier to torment them that way. Very on brand for Lex. I agree. Kino says, tone and atmosphere look great. Still not digging the suit. Jalen loves it. He's just standing there menacingly, says Loki. Well, if you zoom in on it, I don't know. He doesn't look like there we go. I think he looks like Superman. I think he looks great. I love the suit. I do. I love the Fortress of Solitude. Figure Drawing says I predict 800 million for Superman. I'm predicting $1 billion, baby, worldwide. I think it's $1 billion movie. I agree with Real Anarchy. This should have been the suit reveal. And I really feel strongly that within the next month or so, we're going to get a suit reveal for Supergirl because she's going to be in the movie. Loki says, I'm fine with the suit, but lots of people hate the pleating. Yeah, I know. Jalen, hot take. Trunks forever in any Superman media. I agree. Why do people keep calling it freaking underwear? That's how Superman started out. Superman had trunks for decades. Why is it such a problem? I don't understand that at all. This is classic Superman. Why is it a problem? Whatever. The truth says Batman is definitely having trunks. Fingers crossed, baby. Fingers crossed. I'm all for the trunks. The trunks. Oh, my stupid bookmarks disappeared again. Let me see if I can find it. I've got this. Here we go. Speaking of Supergirl. We got a clip of Millie Alcock. And they're asking her if she's appearing in Superman.
Superman?
I can't speak.
Oh!
Yeah.
And Millie, you have Supergirl coming out. I saw the trailer. Teases a little maybe Superman.
I can't speak.
Oh!
I can't speak. But yeah, I wrapped.
Girl,
Yes,
you
I
know I
wrapped
got
on
her in a
Friday.
chokehold.
I don't want to get sued.
Why not? So fun.
Why not so fun?
Tease.
No, I can't. I really can't. As much as I want to, I can't. But no, I literally wrapped on Friday, so it's just like
It's a
She
whirlwind.
just
whirlwind.
wrapped.
It's a crazy, wonderful life. But no, yeah, I'm very, very excited. It's gonna be a. I think it's actually gonna be a really good movie. Which is kind of.
Of
It's
course
my
it
first
is.
film.
They have
so I'm
you.
Aww.
like-
It's true. You are like, because you haven't been in that many shows that have
No,
been
I'm
over
really,
in America.
I'm really new.
So
This is my first time shooting in America was for Siren.
Mm.
so it's a different experience for you.
Yeah, let's fill in.
And the accent is impeccable. I do think it's worth noting. Very impressed.
And Millie, you have
So Supergirl just wrapped Friday. Millie has tattoos. I would be a special effects artist's worst nightmare. Gotta cover all that crap up. Brogu, good morning, Brogu. I predict Superman will get 1 billion. With all the hype around this movie, everyone and their mother is going to be seeing it for themselves, even the haters. I agree. People are going to go out of morbid curiosity too. So, and I've said it a bajillion million times, Superman, his badge is the most recognized symbol across the world. The people in third world countries recognize the Superman symbol. Everyone's going to go see this movie. Everyone. Good morning, Anthony Jameson. He says he's looking forward to Welcome to Derry. It's going to be the best series this fall on Max. We're going to watch that trailer in just a second. Did I say 1 million? I meant a billion. I meant billion. I'm sorry. I've had like less than 1 cup of coffee. I'm doing my best. Sometimes it's not good enough, but I'm doing my best. Anywho, looking forward to Superman and Supergirl. Like I really, really am. And we haven't had an accurate live action Supergirl ever. So, well, at least not on the big screen. So let's go. Let's go. I love Millie Alcock. I think it was an excellent casting choice. She was amazing as young Rhaenyra in House of the Dragon. So very much looking forward to this. Figure Drawing says, true, Superman is the most well-known superhero of all around the world, but he's not the most popular. Correct, that is Spider-Man. Spider-Man is the most popular superhero across the world, but Superman is by and far the most recognized. We did have a Supergirl movie. It was the first movie I ever saw in the movie theater. Came out in 1985. But it was not accurate at all. 1985, and it starred Helen. Why can't I say her last name? Because she showed up in Smallville. Let's see, Supergirl actress. Helen Slater. That's it. Helen Slater, 1985. Not accurate though. So I stand by my previous statement. We have not yet had a live action. We've not had an accurate live action Supergirl on the big screen. So this will be the first accurate, real one. So yeah, because the 85 one was not Supergirl. It still has a special place in my heart, though. It does. Very special place in my heart. It does. All right, guys. Let's check out this trailer for Welcome to Derry. If I can figure out where that link is. I did not get it in my packet this morning. Some of them don't send where I have my account. I don't know why that is. It's super weird because there are some things that HBO Max does send to my where I have my account, and there's some Disney things that get sent there, but then other things it doesn't. So I don't understand. I don't know why that is. But anywho, let's watch this trailer. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, so I guess we're going to have to look it up the hard way. Wonder why they took it down. That's weird. It's weird. Here we go. Aha! I got you, you sneaky snake.
You poor thing. Get in before you get...
Real quick. I'm going to start this over. Real quick. Wow. Why is this being so weird? If for some reason you don't know what this is. Why did it do that? I said no, computer. Pardon me. Oh my goodness. Okay. Sorry, Kino. Anyway, if you for some reason don't know what Welcome to Derry is, I'm about to tell you. So Pennywise, the It movies that came out a few years ago, this is the prequel. So in the It movies, there is this creature that sleeps for 27 years, wakes up, and then eats people, mostly kids, feeds on fear, stuff like that, and really enjoys looking like a clown, like a scary clown. And this group of children defeat it. I won't give you too many spoilers on that in case you want to watch it. And I don't know many people who don't know what it is. When I was a kid, it was by and far the most terrifying miniseries that was ever on television. Pennywise, portrayed, of course, by the legendary Tim Curry. Seth Green was in it. He played young Richie Tozier. And Jonathan Brandis. Jonathan Brandis played Bill, didn't he? Am I wrong? I can't remember. I swear I had a huge crush on Jonathan Brandis. Anyway, I have read the book by Stephen King. No, John Ritter was not. Was he? Wait. Yes, he was. He played Haystack, grown-up Haystack. He was grown-up Haystack. The turtle god. That was huge thing. I used to draw the universe turtle all the time, the macro verse. He had galaxies in his toenails. But yeah, John Ritter was Ben Hanscom, grown-up Ben Hanscom. So anyway, it's all based on a book by Stephen King that I read when I was entirely too young. And it gets really effed up at the end of it's just really messed up. I have no idea how this one particular scene at the end of the book was allowed to stay in that book and Stephen King was not investigated. Stephen King should have been investigated because it's like, what? Why would you think that this is like the obvious answer for them to get out of this situation? It's so awful. It's so horrible, disgusting, grotesque. It's terrible. I mean, the rest of the book, great book. And then you get to the end and you read this scene and you're like, I feel like I should burn this book. I feel like I should never admit to anyone I've read it. When they were making the films, like how long ago? 7-8 years ago, when they were making the films, the first big screen adaptations of it, and they were talking about how they wanted to try and stay as true to the book as possible. I was like, how are they going to do that with that scene? in it. And it was even addressed in a couple of articles like, but it's absolutely shocking to me that with the way the world we live in is now, no one is talking about that. Like Stephen King, it's not just that he put it in the book, this situation, this thing they all have to do together to get out of these tunnels. It's how descriptive he was with it. It's gnarly. It's like, just absolutely vile. And Stephen King's never been investigated. Like, no one's ever talked about how repugnant it is that Stephen King wrote that. Holy crap. Anyway, so now they're doing this prequel series on it. And I think that's a really good idea, because this creature that shows up every 27 years, it eats people and feeds off fear and all this other stuff, causes all this havoc, has been there for millions of years. It was like some alien that crash landed to Earth in a meteor or something. They even kind of insinuated it was the thing that wiped out the dinosaurs, but crash lands on Earth during prehistoric times and wakes up every 27 years and feeds. So the book doesn't pick up until the 60s and then later in the 80s. So it's been there. There's, an eon's worth of storytelling you could do on this prequel. So I find it very interesting, an interesting concept for a prequel. Very interesting to see what it is. But that's the thing. It's never truly explained, Jalen. They never say he's the devil or a god or anything, but they do see him crash to Earth from like a meteor. So I just assumed he was an alien. But he could have come from another dimension too. I don't know. But anyway, I find it to be a very interesting concept for a series. Definitely something original, finally. And HBO is a fantastic studio. Always delivers on quality content. For me, the top two studios, the top two streaming apps, whatever you want to call them now, for me is HBO and Apple TV. Apple TV is an absolute sleeper. High quality stuff. They don't market like everyone else, but boy, they have some of the best quality, most original. Apple TV and HBO is where it at. Anyway, now that I have rambled on for 30 minutes about it, here we have the official trailer for the prequel series. And why is it not going full screen? I don't know. Don't know. Here you go.
You poor thing.
30s
Get
or
in
40s.
before you get your death of cold.
Now you just tell us where home is. We'll get you back to your parents safe and sound, okay?
Anywhere but Derry.
Things that happened in the past.
My family and I just moved to town.
Oh!
Hey, baby.
Happened in your mind.
Today was 4
Hurt
months.
the turtle!
And they never even found a body. That means murder.
This business with the missing kids. Do I need to be concerned? Never a bad idea to keep the people you love close.
No adult's ever gonna believe what we saw.
Why would he?
There's a history of stuff like this happening in Derry.
You kids keep your noses out of police business.
I heard voices in the pipes.
Have you ever heard of something like that?
Creepy.
There's something bad here in Derry.
Oh, there he is. I gotta say, as much as I absolutely love and adore Tim Curry's version, pardon me, of Pennywise, Bill Skarsgård, man. Bill Skarsgård is what I basically saw in my head when I was reading the book. No, it is not a retelling of the movie Kino. This is a prequel to the movies. And it absolutely is Bill Skarsgård reprising his role as Pennywise. This looks good. This looks good. I love the Easter eggs, the turtle, which is very comforting. You're supposed to feel comforted when you see turtles. An original idea does the exact same thing as the movies. Well, it's something that hasn't been done before. It is based on an original idea. So we haven't seen exactly what their story is going to be, like what's going to happen to them. They clearly do not defeat the creature. They don't defeat him. They don't defeat him until Bill and Haystack and Eddie and Richie Tozier and all them. My parents are big Stephen King fans when I was growing up. So it was almost like by default, I was as well. I've read a few of his books. I've read It, Carrie, Misery. What else have I read? I feel like I've read something else and I can't put my finger on it. But I'm not a Stephen King fan today. Richard Bachman stuff, the Thinner, I believe. Not a modern day Stephen King fan. That man he's a totally different person, I'm assuming. I don't know. Probably not, because he wrote it in the 80s, and that ending is just like, what? Good morning, deranged lunatic. I've already said good morning, but hello. Yeah, sounds like it in Jeepers Creepers. Good morning, world's finest. Going back to sleep, but wanted to say hello. Terrence still supports you. Terrence out. He says the show looks really good. Glad Bill Skarsgård is back as Pennywise. But Stephen King, he's kind of lost it, or he's just gotten older and lost his filter, and we're seeing who he really is. But he hasn't written as well as he used to in many years. Many years. Brogu says, I also have never been a Stephen King fan. He's a great writer, but just not my taste. Yeah, I'm not a big horror person. I don't like a lot of gore. Maybe it's because I've had limbs hacked off of my own body. It's a struggle for me to get through. And as I got older, read more authors and stuff, I kind of moved on from like, yeah, it's okay. Oh, The Stand. I read The Stand. Anyway, yeah, and after I read that last bit, how the group of children who were between 11 and 12 years old got out of the tunnel system, how they did it with the one girl and like 6 boys. It was too disturbing for me. And I was like, I never want to read another Stephen King, nothing ever again. That was awful. And thank you, Terrence. We're at over 4,300 now, on our way to 5,000. So fingers crossed we can get the watch hours to match, because I would love to get some monetization up at y'all. But the show looks good to me. Welcome to Derry looks good. They did a good job with this trailer. I just want to say loudly and concisely, I do not claim this trailer as my own content. This is most definitely content made and owned by HBO Max, not me. I am simply reviewing and giving my commentary on this trailer, in case there's any confusion later when I have to file an eventual appeal. So I'm just saying it again. It's not mine. I'm just reviewing it. Please stop giving me copyright crap, because it takes like a month of my life away. I always win the appeal, but y'all make me wait a month to get my watch hours from it. And that's just not nice. I'm helping you out. I'm giving you some free marketing, spreading the word about your work. Okay. Let's try a little gratitude and a little less attitude. Can we try that? Thank you. Anyway. What just happened? Did you see that? Did you see that? Thank you, Brogu. I put my foot down and they kicked me off the thingy. But if you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about HBO Max's trailer for Welcome to Derry, please leave it in the comments below. We are wrapping this bad boy up. If you haven't already, please do me a solid. Hit that like button below, subscribe if you're new, and ring that notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more nerdy content. Now, I have a few things for you. If you want to help support the channel, other than subscribing and liking and sharing and stuff, which that's the freest and easiest way to do it. And I thank you so much. That lets our algorithm overlords know that you're picking up what I'm throwing down. But if you feel moved to help support the channel in other ways, thank you so much, because none of this stuff is cheap or free. I have to pay for the software, the equipment, you name it. And there's like 4 different types of software I use. And then I have to pay for music licensing and all that stuff. And if I don't, then I can't do the show for you guys. I can't do it. So if you would like to help keep that stuff going, I have some options for you. And the first one is this QR code right here. Like, there it is. It'll take you to buymeacoffee.com/comics and MUA, and you can tip me as little or as much as you like. It gives you very easy ways to do that. Now, if you're not familiar with Buy Me a Coffee and that makes you a little uncomfortable, I understand, okay? I'm turning 45 this year. I understand fear of stuff like that. So if it makes you feel better, I do have Cash App. You can use Cash App, $ DanielleSoncasie, and you, again, can tip me as little or as much as you like. If that doesn't float your boat, I also have a Patreon. Please consider joining the official Nerdling Army by going to patreon.com/comics. And we have 3 different tiers, starting as little as $3 a month, and you get exclusive content, early access, behind the scenes, outtakes. You can request breakdowns, which I just recorded a breakdown on DC Comics The Question, as requested forever ago by Nerdling First Class Backyard TARDIS. And I'm sorry it's taken so long. It was a difficult one to research, and I had a lot of stuff going on. But anyway, I recorded it yesterday. I'm editing this week. So if you guys have a breakdown you'd like to see me cover, a character, a story, a TV show, doesn't matter, any breakdown, join my Patreon, one of the paid tiers, and just shoot it into the chat. We have the official Nerdling Army chat there that you'll have access to, and you can request breakdowns there. Yeah, that's right. And there is exclusive merch that corresponds directly to your specific tier that you've paid for. Yeah. Which I give you your own rank and insignia that is your merch. You get really cool merch. And the higher your tier, the bigger your merch is. And you get that every 3 months for the first year of your membership. So check that out today. Go to patreon.com/comics. And I'm also powered by the Red 5 Network. We are a collective of exclusively nerdy podcasters and content creators. So if you like what I'm putting out there, then chances are you're really going to enjoy more of what the Red 5 family of podcasts offers you. So go to red5.bio.link today to check out more of the Red 5 Network. I am an affiliate for several different companies. All of the links are in the description below. So you've got AliExpress, Zenny Optical, Leash Boss for your pups, Cora's Vault, so that's superhero collectibles, and apotheosis.com. So shop apotheosis.com/comics, and you can get a comic book subscription box and use my code comics and at checkout for 15% off. 10% off. Sorry, 10% off. You get 15% off at Leash Boss, but all the links are in the description below. But anywho, I have had a wonderful morning. I appreciate you guys more than you absolutely realize. I look forward to this every morning. I do. I'm not going to be here Friday because I have to go to the doctor. It is super sucks, but that is my life. I have to go to the doctor a lot. It's a thing I do. Okay. It's just a thing I do. Part of my personality, I guess. But you guys be good. Stay kind to one another. And I will see you tomorrow morning. Keep your eyes peeled because I heard
Disney and Kathleen Kennedy are gonna get you.
Bye.